be able to present our awards to our unsung heroes. Before I call them up, I just want to share 3 thoughts about this particular award at this particular moment. The first thought that I want to share is, I just want everyone to note, and I know there's a number of iPhones out there and so forth, so people can take a picture, that we are now in a situation where I am wearing a tie and Ernie Goodman is not. I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying. Second thing I just want to point out is just generally the nature of this award. Why do we do this? We do this because being a part of this congregation is not about being a member here in the same way that you might be the member of a country club. To be a member here is less about being a member and more about being a partner. Because this congregation is what it is, not because of myself, or Cantor Aronoff, or Rabbi Yarkin, or Eric Nicastro, or any of the other talented leaders we have in our schools and administration. Yes, incredibly important to have incredibly talented people. And we are blessed as a congregation to have so many people with so much talent. But what makes Adat Ariel is all of you. It is the work that you do. It is the volunteering that you do. It is the contributing that you do. That's what makes this place. And so we have an opportunity with the Unsung Hero Award to do something a little bit humorous and funny. Which is, the Unsung Hero allows us to acknowledge and make ever so clear that we are who we are because of the congregants that we have. And when we acknowledge our unsung heroes, that's what we're trying to remind all of us and the congregation with this award. What really makes this place tick is all of you. Now, as to our honorees themselves, I love these 4 guys, right? And we've actually tried to schedule this evening so we can end as close to Minyan as humanly possible. We're not going to do it quite on time, so just so you know, I owe Janet Farber $1. I will pay her. We had a bet going. I'm going to lose. But we'll get close, and we'll invite everyone after the meal here is done to join us at services. And the reason we're doing this is really to honor the 4 volunteers this evening. Because here's what these 4 gents do. They come every Friday. Every Friday they're there at morning minyan. They come, they help us make a minyan, which is a tremendous mitzvah, and I just want to add, it's a mitzvah that is open to all of us here, to be able to come to and help make a minyan, right? The service might not be your group. I understand and appreciate that, but just so you know, when you come, you might help someone else say Kaddish. You might help someone else remember someone that they love. So just coming is a mitzvah in itself. That is my advertisement for that, and we'll move on. These gentlemen come every single Friday. They come and they help us make the minyan. And then, after doing that mitzvah, they go and they take the food that we have here, and they go to Temple Beth Hillel, where the North Hollywood Interfaith Pantry is located, and is an amazing organization that we as a congregation simply cannot do enough to support for the amazing work that they do. These 4 men, they go and then they work and they volunteer throughout the morning and they help out. So they both help us here and they help us reach out and actually fulfill ultimately what Judaism's about. Because as great as it is to do things here, if we don't carry here out there, then we're not doing our jobs. So first, these gentlemen help support a specific organization, the North Hollywood Interfaith Food Pantry. And they also help support us here at Adat Ariel. And beyond that, they remind us and they symbolize exactly what we're all about. That being part of a community and participating in its ritual life should, yes, ultimately lead to, inspire, and be connected to doing mitzvot beyond just the walls of this synagogue. In this week's Torah portion, the title of the portion is B'halotecha, which literally means, and when you go up, or in your going up. And it's referred to when God instructs Aaron about tending to the menorah. tending to the seven-branch candelabra that existed in the tabernacle. And it says, Ba'alotecha, when you go up and you light. And the rabbis ask the following question: why does it say, and you go up to light? Where is there any going upness in all of this? So one rabbi gives a practical answer, which is Aaron had to step on a step stool in order to get to the menorah. We don't like that rabbi. Because the other rabbis, all of them, share the following. To be of service elevates. To reach out and do something beyond yourself helps raise you up. To be there for other people who are in need is something that takes us to a different place, a different way of existing within this world. We are elevated by our service. These gentlemen are elevated by their service. And in our acknowledging them this evening, we hope to make sure that we too will all be able to elevate ourselves and step up and be the kind of people who fulfill what Judaism is about and make a difference in this world. It is a pleasure to be able to present these awards to Ernie Goodman, Jeff Ellis, David Gruber, and Ron Ulch, our unsung heroes. Gentlemen, if you will come on up. That was for you. The only reason why I'm wearing a tie is for you.
None of us volunteered to do this with a thought that we would be recognized in some fashion. We just did it because there was a need here at the temple, at least on Friday mornings, that to make the minyan and to at least help make the minyan. And so, and then we were solicited to, one after the other, to continue on to the food pantry. And it really is a wonderful organization. It's composed of 15 churches and synagogues here in the San Fernando Valley. And all of them make contributions to the food pantry. And people don't realize how many hundreds of people and families in the valley are in need of food. And we've recognized that need, and we're just helping to do our part. But first of all, I'd like to introduce a couple of people who are an integral part of the food pantry. First, our shift manager on Friday morning, Harvey Rickert, who all stand up. He's also a past president of Beth Hillel. And Louis Olliard, who's the chair of the pantry for the entire valley. And we also he organizes this whole arrangement for the food, with the supplying trucks, the food, getting volunteers, soliciting money, everything. And we owe a lot to both Harvey and to Louis. And we want to thank you very, very much for being honored.
I just have one thing to add, is that when I was asked by David to come and join this, at the food pantry, I thought, what a great idea. I mean, I almost at times, actually I do at times, feel guilty on the days that I can't show up because we're either out of town or my daughter needs me for the grandkids at the last moment or something, that when we don't show up, either for the minyan in the morning or for the food pantry afterwards, things get a little tougher for those people who are relying on us to show up, especially for the food pantry, because one, somebody may not get fed on that if we don't show up and do what we do, as far as sorting and bagging and things like that. Now, there are other people that do that, of the bagging and stuff like that, but I just kind of feel like, our potential of making it better and easier for all of us, just is a thing that I feel is really, really important. And that's why I feel very honored to be of this award for doing what we do. Also, for the Minion, I know at times, sometimes when I need people for a Minion, for yard sites, for my parents, it's it's nice that at least 40% of the time we're it, so it's an important thing. Thank you.
I want to say that it's not because I live just a half a block away from Rabbi Bernard that I received this award, but basically Ernie kind of twisted my arm to ensure that we had some more presentation down at the food pantry. And also I want to thank, as Ernie's mentioned, both Lewis and Harvey, because they have been mainstays as far as I'm concerned in guiding us and performing the tasks that we do, backbreaking though it is. But we want to thank you very much, and I want to thank the shul for giving me this honor and for the rest of us as well.
I just want to say I want to thank everybody for the honor as well, and just mention the scope of work that goes on by the North Hollywood Interfaith Food Pantry is truly amazing. I've never seen something. Every time I go there and see the amount of food that goes through, and the number of bags, they give away almost on the order of 1,000 bags a week to people, and all that, and the core of that food starts out in our humble basement at Hillel. And so that's just another way of saying, if anybody has an hour or two on Friday, we always appreciate it, and it's a lot of fun.
And we have a little combination of a retreat for all of us.